Hello, all my Taurians. Welcome to your monthly reading for the month of September. If you're coming across this outside of that month, please know that Spirit and Creator are not bound by time or space. So if you come across this outside that time frame, follow your gut, follow your intuition, and know that there's messages here for you, and go ahead and listen on through. So we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit. And that is what they looks like if you're interested in these at all. And this is going to represent what the Creator wants you to know about just overall energy, overall theme for the month of September. So we'll give these a good shuffle and see what the Creator wants you to know about your September. I can't believe it's September already. This year is flying by fast and faster. All right, Creator, what do you want our Taurians to know about their September, please? Okay, there we go. You've got your Bear card here, and I love that. It's like you've been in hibernation and you're ready to come out of that, or you're ready to head off into heading off into your hibernation for a bit if you've been out and about. So this says, waking from your spiritual slumber, beginning anew. So after a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber, of course. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light. The Bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles, but you have no choice, Bear. Winter wanes, the warmth of spring emerges, and your transformation begins. When in balance, you experience inner strength and a yearning to grow. When you're out of balance, you feel like you want to withdraw, you feel lethargic, and feel heaviness. And so break into balance, movement, and exercise. So I like that message. This is a general reading, so for some of you, it's about coming out of a slumber, and you'll be at different stages of your waking up from the slumber that you just came out of. But yeah, how it feels when you first wake up in the morning, and if you're not a morning person, it takes time to get going and get moving. And that's what is going to bring you in balance, is fighting that lethargic feeling. And even though you feel like, I really don't want to take these next steps, I know they'll be for my best. It's like, do it, and just a push, a little nudge to go forward. Like, okay, I'm going. It's like being on the side of the pole, and you're like, I know I want to go in, but it's going to feel weird being wet when I first go in there. And someone goes, boom, and you're like, oh, okay, that was enough. They didn't shove you, they just nudged you, and you just went with the nudge and are moving forward in that. So also what I do in my monthly readings is I take a tarot deck. In this case, I'm taking the companion to this one, the Wild Unknown Tarot. This is the Oracle, and this is the Tarot. And I split out the major arcana from the 4 minor arcana, and the major arcana are going to represent also, like this card, the general energies, the general information for the entire month. So we will look at that and see what the Creator wants you to know about this month as well. So we'll check these both cards together to get you a good perspective on what will help you with your journey for September. The Creator for Aries, what else do you want them to know overall about September? Okay, that one is really standing out there. Let me move this book out of the way. The star. So yeah, hopefulness. So, where you might be feeling lethargic and, kind of groggy from waking up, just know that you have this beautiful, beautiful hope, all this support to, the star I see all these falling stars, this beautiful energy that's coming down from, your spiritual support team in the heavens. And really that's, like the sunshine here too. It's like this brightness that's coming for you. This represents like Aquarius, which always, for me, and the other kind of the tarot, it'll show one foot on land, 1 foot in the water. They have two cups, one pouring into the land, one pouring into the water, which shows about this living water being poured out into both your physical world, your mental world, as well as your emotional and spiritual world. So it just shows that you have this beautiful flow of spring energy coming into you, and that your time of being in hibernation is changing. And I feel that's like for majority of you. I still feel like there's this message of, for some of you, you're exhausted, you've done, maybe this is the northern hemisphere bear and there's a southern hemisphere bear. I don't even know if they have bears in the southern hemisphere, but if you were, it's like you've just gone through your summer and you're ready to go into hibernation for your winter. So, because it's again a general reading, so it depends on where you're at in your life. If you've just been through this huge amount of activity, it might be time for hibernation. If you've been in hibernation, now is the time for this excitement. In either case, you have the support from the other side, whether it's, coming out of the cave and needing that support to energy to get going, or like the Hermit card, where the star is the little flame that's in the lamp that gives you that direction while you're in hermit mode and in hibernation mode. So just know that either case, you have that support. All right, next what we do, so each of the 4 minor arcana represent 4 different kind of phases of your life, or areas of your life, I guess is a better word. And so like wands is the first one we're going to look at. That's fire energy. So for this reading, it's going to represent your spiritual journey during the month of September. And each of the minor arcana represent a different part of your life. So we'll ask the creator, first of all, here, what they want you to know about your spiritual journey during the month of September. So for Taurians, what do you want them to know about their spiritual journey in the month of September? Okay. So I do want to give you 2 cards here. Yep, so you've got the 9 of Wands, which is about progression, moving forward, staying resilient, which makes sense what we're talking about here too. It's like you might feel like you don't have enough energy to move on and to go forward, but you still continue to do so. You're just about to hit the summit on a hill that you've been walking up. So just carry on, because then it's going to be easy going after that. And I love the moon for this card too, because it's about, connecting to your hidden world, your inner world is so important, because this represents spirit. It's like, making sure that you're taking that time to connect to that, because that's what gives you hope, is connecting to your higher realm, right? You also have, so you got the 3 of Wands here, and this is about you're making progression, you're making, steps. The 2 of Wands for me is like planning point A to B to C to D to E, and the 3 of Wands, shows that you've made it from point A to like point C, and you're ready to move on to the next place. And you have all this inner energy. It's not all this energy coming from the outside, but this inner energy that is what is you're able to connect to and push you forward. So I love that. We're also going to get some clarification here from the Return of Spirit deck by Shirley Harnish. We're actually going to use 3 of her decks today, and they all have fractal imaging, which is beautiful and gorgeous. And I kind of call it the spiritual ink blot test. It allows you, I always show the card so you can see what you see in it, because you might have some hidden messages there. And then we'll read from the book to see what she intuitively picked up from the images. Okay. Well, there's your 2 cards too. So yeah, you've got Fairy Magic. Beautiful card there. And you've got Manifest as well. And they both have this brilliant energy here. I'm going to put them like this. So we'll read Fairy Magic first. See what message therein lies for you. So Fairy Magic comes when we are feeling a bit run down and tired. This is crazy. So, or if we are taking life too seriously. So Fairy Magic comes to brighten the day and to put some spring back into your step, right? It's coming out in spring. That's funny. Fairies love to play, dance, and sing. They enjoy being in the company of their friends and love social gatherings. Life is meant to be lived and enjoyed. Too much of the heavy stuff weighs our energy down. So have you been working too much? Maybe been feeling fatigued or lacking a zest for living? Are you feeling the weight of responsibilities and obligations? You could even be too focused on your spiritual and personal growth work. So this card will also come if you've been hard on yourself or trying too hard to accomplish a task. It's time to lighten up, to be lifted up, and enjoy life a little. Get out and play, turn the radio up, and sing your heart out. Dance as though you were a teenager again. Roll in the grass. Buy yourself some flowers. Get dressed up and have a night out with your friends. Just do whatever it is that will help reawaken, right? The playful nature sleeping within you. This is hilarious. This is all about restoring the youthful, vibrant energy within. The elementals are here to assist you in grounding your energy back into the earth and to reconnect with nature and the animal kingdom. They will help you rediscover your vitality, and you will start to feel better and more like your old self again. You just may find this card will help reinvigorate your intuitive channels and connections with the divine beings and spirits who are here to assist you. So that's just crazy. Everything we had talked about. And I love also the message about getting out into nature, because that does help us. Just that fresh air, the activity, just the being out from all the rat race and everything else just helps you revitalize your energy as well. Then Manifest here says, energetically, everything is falling into place. You're coming into a high point where you'll find you're able to easily manifest the people, things, and situations you need to carry you forward on your journey. The energy of manifestation is a creative force, and right now it is in full flow for you. Stay focused on where you want to go in your life and how you want to feel. Don't worry about the details of what you think life should look like. The universe is infinitely wiser than we are with our human point of view. So just know and trust that things will come to you in perfect order and in perfect time. We don't manifest anything that is not part of our soul's plan. So while you may not win a lottery, you can expect to experience abundance and ease while these energies are here. So there's a great time to play. This is a great time to play with and learn about the order of manifesting. While you will notice that most of what is manifested is done by the higher self, a small portion will be manifested from your conscious mind. Explore it fully and have fun with it. Anything can be manifested at this time, so do not limit your potential. Your soul knows no limits. You are a creator and able to naturally turn energy into physical manifestation. You can use this power of manifestation to help you gain understanding about your purpose, to help connect you to the right people or organizations, or even aid you in gaining the financial resources you require. Really, the sky is the limit. With this one, enjoy it while it lasts. And hold in mind that it wasn't intended that you use your ability to manifest for yourself only. You can also use this to help others who may not be able to help themselves right now. Yeah, so definitely a lot of energy of moving forward. And trusting that everything that comes across your path is happening for a reason, and, guided from your higher self and from the, resources from above. All right. That is excellent. And then we're going to move into here to the pentacles, which represent the earth energy. And that is going to represent your physical experience, your physical adventure in the month of September. And where spirit was all about your inner workings, this is all about the outside. So, the physical things in your life, the jobs, the finances, the people, not really a relationship, that'll cover that in cups, but more, there's the people that are existing on the stage of your life and your own physical body. So, Creator, what do you want our Taurians to know? Whoa, okay. Nope, they said no. That was my bad. So what do we want you to know about your physical adventure in the month of September? For Taurians. Okay, that's the one there. Yep, and you got the five. The five of Pentacles here is about the feeling of lack, the feeling of loss, feeling down and disappointed, which, this is that energy that you're starting with and that you're coming out of. It's like, I feel like I'm under a storm, like a dark cloud is following me and I just can't shake it. And that's the energy that you come in with during, at the beginning of the month. So it's like things just didn't seem to be working out. And that makes sense. Like, during the winter, things don't grow, things freeze, things, die, and at least on the upper above the ground, while they're, the roots continue to grow, and it goes into hibernation, until it's ready for spring, and then it comes out in a whole different way. So that's what we're going to look at here too, is pull a card here from the native spirit to see where you go from that feeling when you come into this month, and where you end up transforming that. Because I really do feel in the beginning it's like that groggy feeling when you wake up from a nap and it's dark out and you're not sure if it's morning or night. Because you fell asleep like at 4 and you wake up and the sun is set and you're like, where am I? And it's that waking up that you get your second wind. All right, Creator, what else do you want our Taurians to know about their September physical adventure, please? Make it really obvious for us, if you would. We love obvious messages. Clear and obvious messages. Okay. And you got Song of the Wild. And these decks are the wild unknown. So here's the song that comes, and here's the rainbows. And these were all about these rainbows and the sun coming out. Yeah, it really reminds me of spring, right? Spring rains. So let's see what message comes with this for you. So Song of the Wild, new horizons await you. You're ready to savor the wonders of the world. Take some risks. Answer the call of the wild. Step out of the comfort zone. Live passionately. Take steps in the direction of freedom. Expand beyond your limitations and boundaries. Maybe it's time to take a journey or do something new and exciting. Your native spirit wants you to know that you're entering a period of expansion and going beyond your self-imposed limitations. Even if you feel hesitant, this is time to try something new and do things in a different way. You might even visit far-off lands or wild natural places. Adventure often entails risk, but without it, life can become lackluster and stagnant, like we talked about. There's a vast, new, and wondrous vista around the corner, but you'll never see it if you don't venture out. Yeah, definitely. So that's this talked about, movement, And this is talking about movement as well. And so it's about physical movement in the physical world. So whether it's getting out just for a walk and getting your blood pumping, and also for some of you, of course, a general reading. Some of you, it's about taking a little mini vacation, about getting out somewhere else, getting out of the cave and getting out. That helps you get that energy back as well. I love these cards because they also come with a journey. So if it feels, if it resonates with you, then do it. And I just started to read it. It says, plan a trip. Take some classes that get you out of your comfort zone. Try new styles. Do the same things that you always done, but in a new and different way. Push beyond your boundaries. Step out of character. Spend time in the wilderness. So yeah, definitely getting out in nature. It seems to be a message that's here too. All right. And then we're going to move into the swords, which is the air element, and that represents your mind and your thoughts and your brain, your your attitudes. And so this will be what your mental adventure is like in the month of September. All right, Creator, what do you want Arcturians to know about their mental adventure in the month of September? Whoa, okay, a lot on your mind. These cards are a little slippery, evidently, because they are flying out of my hands. Yep, Ace of Swords. So yeah, definitely new thoughts, new ideas, new ways of looking at things. You can even look at it like this is a T for truth. So you're finding out your truths. You're finding out what's true for you, speaking your truths. But really new mental awareness, new mental ideas, this new creativity coming in. The lightning, with the connection to your spiritual side, your creativity just starts to expand the more active that you get throughout the month. So definitely it's a time of doing things in a new way, like this was talking about. So new thoughts inward equal new actions on the outward. So it starts with your mind, your beliefs, your thoughts, your attitudes, and that's where you make your choices. Right, and then we're going to pull a card here from the Divine Guidance cards and see what the Creator wants you to know. What else about your mental adventure? Oh, beautiful. Card number 34. I'll let you see that imaging here. See what you see. It looks like very reflective. Like it'd be near a pond. So for me, it's very calming. Let's see what she says. Yep, reflections. Perfect. So there is great beauty in all of your life experiences. And although you feel sad and down at times, Spirit is reminding you that this is what can facilitate your greatest growth and evolution, both as a soul and as a human being. You're truly being watched over at this time. So don't fear the darkness within. Remember, without darkness, there can be no light. There is time for quiet reflection and inner exploration. Through it, you will discover your light and know what needs to be changed so that you may live a more authentic life. Yeah. So yeah, that totally makes sense. So you're really, this hibernation, if you're the ones that are coming out of a hibernation, that hibernation was a lot of time where you did that inner reflection. And so that is why there's this, letting things go and moving into new ways, new ideas, new thoughts, beliefs about life, yourself, your worth. And so those things, start to make those changes. But I love this reflection card because it very much has that hermit feel to it. But these new thoughts come out of this. The reflection is what ignites these new thoughts and these new ways of looking at things. So yeah, definitely, that's the majority of you. You know, the ones of you that have been going through a lot of stuff, a lot of sorrow, sadness, and you're going into your hibernation period, just know that this reflection is what is going to bring, you know, the answers for you, going to bring you the hope, you know, of this star card for you. And then lastly, we're going to look at cups, which is of course water energy, which is our emotions. And so this is going to represent what your emotional adventure looks like in the month of September. All right, Creator, what do you want our Taurians to know about their emotional journey in the month of September? Yep, and you got the Ace of Cups, which makes total sense. So this is, you know, really Ace of Swords, new thought, equals Aces of Cups, new emotion. So experiencing things so differently because of these changes, you know, that you're making. It's totally taking it in an opposite direction. I also look at this, for me, it's like the Holy Grail. It's full of unconditional love. This is the living waters that you know, solve our thirst, quench our thirst, solve our hunger, make us feel full and whole. And so, you know, this is like this wholeness that comes in because of this. You know, it is the connection that we have to the higher realms. That's where we find the unconditional love that we're really searching for. And so you really feel like your cup runs over as you go throughout the month. You know, again, this card here, this sadness feeling, this is where you feel emptiness and lack and loss. And you're just, you know, like that poor flower, he's just like devastated. And that transforms into this feeling where you're overjoyed, filling up and overflowing. So, you know, it's definitely a different emotional journey from where you start coming in here. And that is, you know, for both, you know, whether you're coming out of hibernation, you're groggy and you come to this place of feeling this wholeness, or if you're exhausted and you're going into hibernation, you're going to, as you rest and sleep and go into that little area, that's when you're going to feel this this wholeness and completeness and this silence and this bliss type of feeling, because that's where you connect when you get away into there. Right. And then lastly, we're going to pull one final card here from the Path of the Soul deck. And all of these three, this deck, and this deck, are all by Cheryl Lee Harnish. Beautiful, lovely lady. The biggest hearts in the world you'll ever experience. And we're going to see what the Creator wants you to know, Taurians, about your emotional journey in the month of September. It was the final card for this reading, please. What else would you like our Taurians to know? Okay. Yep. This is card number 40. This is, I think this is the Egyptian bird, which is like the phoenix rising from the ashes, which is so much sense, right? So, you know, you burn down, you're burnt out, but then you rise from the ashes with all that beautiful, beautiful energy. And let me just read what she has in here. Yep, Egyptian eagle, not Egyptian bird, sorry. This is the time to release all your past ideals that no longer serve you. If you've been doing inner work, this card represents its completion and a shift into the new. If you're just beginning, this card represents that it's time to begin your inner work, like we just talked about. As we make these great life shifts, those who were once close seem to drift away. Take time to thank them for the lessons you've shared. Egyptian eagle offers the higher perspective and viewpoint. So, yeah, I love that. So, yeah, you know, It's rising from the ashes. If you've done the inner work, then you've let those things go that no longer serve you, and that's what's transforming you and bringing you into this new place. And if you're just beginning that inner work, you're just the one going into hibernation, then just know that that's what's going to free you. It's going to bring you to this beautiful, beautiful. I just love the phoenix because it's such a thing of hope. No matter what goes on around us, whatever burns down around us, we rise because we are powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit beings made of unconditional love. We are these resilient, eternal beings that we're here experiencing things. And we will continue on. Even after this character we're playing down here ends and has its death scene, we continue on to new adventures eternally. So, there's always something more. But yeah, just know as you're going throughout this month of September that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things every second of every day. And I love you too. So have a wonderful September, and we'll talk to you soon. You take care.